Imagine a weapon so powerful it could wipe entire armies off the face of the earth without firing a single bullet. A beam of energy that could strike down planes from miles away, vaporize tanks, and make wars impossible because no enemy would dare attack. This is the story of Nikola Tesla's alleged death ray, a weapon he claimed could end all wars forever. But was it real, or just the dream of a genius losing touch with reality? Welcome to Singularity Animations, where we dive into history's strangest inventions and most mysterious moments. Today, we're uncovering the truth behind one of the most controversial claims in science history, Tesla's death ray. Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor who gave the world alternating current, radio technology, and even early concepts for wireless energy transfer, was no stranger to bold ideas. In the 1930s, while living in New York, Tesla announced that he had designed a Teleforce Weapon, which journalists quickly nicknamed the death ray. According to Tesla, this was not a conventional ray gun. Instead, he described a device capable of shooting a beam of highly charged microscopic particles at incredible speed. The beam, Tesla claimed, could bring down enemy airplanes from 250 miles away and create an invisible wall of defense around any nation. Tesla called it a peace ray, insisting that it was meant to prevent wars, not start them. He believed that if every country had one, no nation would dare to attack another, because retaliation would be instantaneous and catastrophic. Tesla's concept wasn't science fiction in his mind. He detailed the working principle in interviews and even attempted to pitch it to governments. The device, he said, used a system of electrostatic acceleration, similar to a giant particle accelerator, but compact enough to fit into a large room. Step 1. A vacuum chamber would accelerate microscopic tungsten or mercury particles using electrostatic repulsion. Step 2. The particles would then be expelled through a narrow nozzle at near relativistic speeds. Step 3. The resulting beam could travel long distances without dispersing, carrying enough energy to melt metal and destroy targets instantly. He claimed that this beam could deliver billions of electron volts worth of energy and was so precise that it could, in Tesla's own words, split a person in half at a distance of miles. This idea was far ahead of its time, essentially a directed energy weapon long before the invention of lasers. The world was tense in the 1930s. Fascism was rising in Europe, and World War II was approaching. Tesla tried to sell his idea to multiple governments. In 1934, he approached the League of Nations, suggesting they fund the weapon to ensure world peace. He then contacted the U.S. War Department, but they showed little interest, partly because Tesla refused to share the full plans unless they agreed to his exact terms. Later, Tesla offered it to the United Kingdom and even the Soviet Union. Interestingly, according to declassified Soviet archives, they did fund Tesla with $25,000 to partially develop his idea. But Tesla was secretive and paranoid. He kept much of the design in his head and never built a working prototype. Tesla died alone in his room at the New Yorker Hotel on January 7, 1943. Within hours of his death, the FBI's Office of Alien Property seized his belongings. Among them, reportedly, were his notes on the Teleforce Weapon. The FBI feared that enemy powers, especially Nazi Germany, might get hold of Tesla's weapon designs. But here's where the story becomes even stranger. When the papers were finally examined by John G. Trump, yes, the uncle of future U.S. President Donald Trump, he concluded that the ideas were speculative and not practicable. Yet, many conspiracy theorists claim that the U.S. military quietly continued researching directed energy weapons, possibly using Tesla's notes as inspiration. Now comes the most shocking part, and one that still fuels speculation today. Some researchers believe that Tesla's death ray may have actually been tested, and that it caused the Tunguska event of 1908. The Tunguska event was a massive explosion in Siberia that flattened 80 million trees across 2,000 square kilometers. The official explanation is that a meteor or comet exploded in the atmosphere. But Tesla biographer Oliver Nicholson proposed a different theory, that Tesla, experimenting with wireless power transmission from his Wardenclyffe Tower, accidentally directed a concentrated energy beam toward Siberia, perhaps as a demonstration of his technology to Robert Peary, who was on an Arctic expedition at the time. If true, it would mean Tesla's death ray was real and unimaginably powerful. So, was Tesla's death ray real? Most mainstream historians and physicists argue that the technology he described would have been extremely difficult, if not impossible, to build with 1930s technology. Particle accelerators require enormous infrastructure, and transmitting such a focused beam over hundreds of miles would be a near impossible challenge, even today. However, Tesla was a man who made the impossible possible more than once. And the secrecy surrounding his papers, combined with modern directed energy weapon programs, like the US Navy's laser systems, keeps the speculation alive. Whether Tesla's death ray ever worked, one thing is clear: his vision of a world where war is obsolete because of technological deterrence eerily resembles today's nuclear doctrine. Perhaps Tesla didn't invent a death ray, but he may have invented the very idea of weapons so terrifying that they prevent war altogether. So, what do you think? Was Tesla's death ray just a dream, or a real technology hidden away by governments? Tell us in the comments, and if you love diving into history's strangest mysteries, subscribe to Singularity Animations and join us for more mind-bending stories.